Hey there jewelry enthusiasts, Igor here, back with another exciting tutorial on my YouTube channel. As you already know, I specialize in modeling exquisite jewelry pieces, and today I've got something truly special for you. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to create a stunning vintage blue topaz ring using Nomad Sculpt. But before we dive in, I'd like to ask for your support. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Your engagement means the world to me and helps me keep creating valuable content. Now, without further ado, let's get started on crafting this timeless beauty together. Alright, let's start by removing the base sphere and adding a cylinder with a radius of 9 millimeters. The height of the cylinder will be 10 millimeters. We'll increase the polygon count of our cylinder. I'm adding another cylinder. This one will be our ring with a radius of 11 millimeters and a height of 3 millimeters. Let's change the matte cap to green. Increase the polygon count of this cylinder to make it easier to work with. To gauge thickness, I'll add a cube with a size of 1.4 millimeters. I'll position this cube at the bottom of our cylinder to gauge the thickness of the bottom of the ring. Next, using the gizmo tool. But first let me turn on symmetry, like so. Then, we'll work with the gizmo and cell mask tools. I'm masking these parts of the cylinder. Invert the mask and use the gizmo to change the shape of the cylinder. We'll continue working this way until we achieve the desired shape. I'll check the thickness here to avoid too small values. 1 millimeter should suffice. Continuing the work, I want to make the ring in such a way that the thickness decreases towards the bottom and increases towards the top of the ring. While doing this, I'll keep in mind the cube at the bottom of the cylinder. I'll adjust the placement of the gizmo, setting it at the bottom. This way, I can manipulate the polygons as needed. I'll add resolution to this object by pressing subdivide several times. I'll add to the scene a pre-prepared stone with prong and cutter. You can find this stone template by following the link provided in the channel description or by creating it yourself following one of my tutorials. I've made this stone before. You can find the tutorial on my channel. We have a group consisting of the stone and cutter. I'll clone this group. In the gizmo for this group, I'll set the value to 8 millimeters. This will be the size of our central stone. Let's add another cylinder that will serve as the setting for our central stone. Since the radius of our stone is 4 millimeters, which means a diameter of 8 millimeters, the cylinder on which our stone will sit will be 8.2 millimeters in diameter. Using the gizmo, we position this cylinder under the stone. I'll change the mat cap to make it easier for me to orient. Here, click on Hole to create a hole in the cylinder and specify a hole radius of 3.3 millimeters. We'll leave the height at 1 millimeter. Let's also increase the topology of this cylinder. I'll measure the distance here to ensure that the thickness is not less than 0.8 millimeters. I'll position this cylinder under the stone. We'll enable our cutter and our cylinder, and use the Boolean command to create a setting for the stone. We'll delete the layers that were on our cutter since the layers have shifted to our cylinder, and they will only get in the way in the future. I'll clone the prong. For this large stone, a prong with a diameter of 1.2 millimeters will suffice. I'll position the prong so that approximately 10 to 20% of the prong's diameter climbed on stone. Using cell mask, I'll mask the prong and use the gizmo to increase its length. I'll add a radial array. In the settings here, I'll set it to 4. We need 4 to hold the stone. Using the gizmo with a 45-degree snap, I'll rotate the prongs, like this. Next, we'll work with a small stone. Small stones will be arranged around the central stone with a size of 2.5 millimeters. Let's add another cylinder. This cylinder will be under our small stone. And if the stone is 2.5 millimeters, then the cylinder will be 2.7 millimeters. I'll position the small cylinder under our small stone. I'll change the matte cap to green to make it easier to orient. I'll create a setting hole for the stone using the Boolean command, using our cutter. The size of the small prong will be 0.8 millimeters. I'll position the prong. We select this group of objects consisting of a stone and a cylinder and place it where we need it. I tilted the entire structure a bit to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. I'll remove all layers from the objects so that they don't interfere with us in the future. We'll also add radial repeat for this entire group. I always confuse which axis to do this on, so I always have to check. Now it's the Z axis, so we'll do radial repeats along the Z axis. We'll adjust the placement of the stones as we like. Next, we'll select our prong and try to place it between the two small stones. I think approximately like this will be good. We'll clone our prong and place it on the opposite side. Like this. Something went wrong. I didn't notice. I made 13 stones, but I needed 12. No big deal. We'll fix it. Let's write 12 stones and slightly adjust the positions of the prongs. Since our two prongs are together, I'll separate them into individual objects to manipulate them separately. Overall, let's correct it like this. Let's select the entire group with the stones, and let's lift this all a bit higher. I don't know exactly where to place this yet. Using the tube tool, let's make another prong. disable the snap. Let's build such a prong. Change its topology to make it more round. There's no point in specifying its diameter. It won't match the given numbers, so we'll make it approximately this size, adjust it as we like. Also, let's change the mat cap so that all prongs are purple. Now let's turn on our ring and see how the construction sits on it. In my opinion, it's a bit too high. Let's think and see what would look nicer. I think it's worth lowering the entire construction with the stones. Let's select all these parts and lower them using the gizmo. Down. Maybe even lower. Yes, that's it. I like it better this way. Let's adjust the curvature of these prongs a bit more. I'm not sure how to make it better. So let's increase the length of this cylinder, which represents our finger size. Hide all these parts of the ring. Leave only these. And using them as a guide, we need to connect them. So let's connect them using, maybe I'll turn on symmetry. I'll mark the places where I would like our tube to go. I think this will be good. We need to draw a quarter oval. Let the radius be 0.4 so that it looks nice, so that our prongs intersect with this part. So I think like this will be good. Yes, that's what I wanted to achieve. Oh, our oval is not in the right place. We need to raise it a bit. Well, for example, I think you've understood the essence of the construction. So the next thing we need to do is deal with all these details. Of course, it would be better if I gave proper names to all these parts. Then, most likely, it wouldn't be so difficult to figure out where each part is. So let's reduce the transparency of our ring. We need to cut off the excess, remove the part that is under the stones and all this construction, using the split command with these settings. Symmetry again. I can't get used to it. Which is which? We need to cut off part of the ring from about here. Now we can simply mirroring the required side. So, no, that's not it. Back. Let's try. This is what we need, right? Exactly what we need. What else do we need to do? Figure out all these parts. Combine these parts with the ring, like this. Combine all this with the ring and cut out our ring size. Like this. Let's change the mat cap. Here is our ring ready. Overall, I think you've understood the idea. So I'll probably remesh the mesh using voxel remeshing. I'll turn on symmetry. And smooth out this sharp angle to make it smoother and more natural, so the surface is more natural. I think this will be good. Overall, it seems ready. I think you've understood the essence. Practice, train, control the thickness, and everything will be fine. Next, I'll set up the render. In general, thanks to everyone for watching. See you in the next video. If you want, of course. And I'll know this from the comments, likes, and views. So it all depends on you. Alright, now for sure, bye!